Stephen A., how much time does Roethlisberger have left?
Well, I would say, physically speaking, he has several years if he wants it. But I think in terms of where his heart and his head lies, I'd give it 2 max. I think that when you open your mouth the way that he did, it's not just from the residue of a devastating loss in an AFC championship game. I think it's him looking at his life, recognizing the violence that exists in the game, how it's afflicted him from time to time throughout his career, how he's a husband, he's a father, and he thinks along the lines of being able to play with his kids and live a very carefree and stable and ordinary life beyond the playing field. And I think when you look at it from that perspective, I think that has something to do with what he said. But I also think what plays a role in it, Antonio, is that he's looking at this Pittsburgh Steelers team and he's saying, look, I'm at this juncture, this point in my life, I'm playing for a championship. We are knocking at the door. We need to kick it in. We don't have forever. And I think it was echoing to his teammates. Let's stop taking these moments for granted. Remember when Martavis Bryant was suspended for the year because he couldn't stay off the weed, one of the people you heard from was Big Ben Roethlisberger, speaking to how disappointed he was for what happened, because this is one of the weapons that he was going to rely upon. It was supposed to be him and Antonio Brown and Ladarius Green and Le'Veon Bell. So I look at it from that perspective, and I think it was something to incentivize other guys to attach the level of urgency to this moment that he is attaching to it himself. And I think he was putting them on notice. So I'd say 2 years.
I think for me, I think it's all about the body of work and how his body handles the next few years. And I think all players, after a tough loss, as you get older, you always think about, this could be my last year, or, what can you do after football? You start planning for that. Now, on top of that, each offseason, you're talking about injuries. You're trying to fix under your back, your knees, different body parts start to hurt you. But when you look at the Steelers team, you look at Big Ben's production, it's not on decline, right? He's still playing at a high level. He's still giving his team a chance to win. And if you're about championships, you do have a strong nucleus of guys with Bell and Brown. And, all right, let's get Brian back. Obviously, defensively, they got to fix some things over there, but they can compete. Obviously, their biggest nemesis is going to be the Patriots as long as Tom Brady's there. So for me, the answer is going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 years, and that's if he doesn't have an injury that's going to set him back. And again, this is a guy who just battles time and time and time through those injuries, but at some point, the body and the mind takes its toll, and it says, you know what, it might be time. But I give Ben at least minimum 3, at least 5.